What's wrong, Zael?
I just don't feel too good.
You could try being a little happier. Your dream of becoming a knight, and your desire to marry Callista, they're both about to come true.
Don't you feel anything, Dagran? This meaningless conflict is only going to get worse.
When have we ever complained about getting mixed up in meaningless conflicts? The only difference is that now, people will appreciate you for it. If you do well, then you can expect to be rewarded. What more do you want?
Fine then. I get it. Just leave me alone.
So things are not going too good between Zael and Dagran. Also, yeah, we are kind of back in Lazulis City, like I didn't think we were going to be. But I was correct in saying that a lot of previous side quests and so on do become unavailable. If kind of like before you take on, well, when you've taken on the previous chapter, they become unavailable. But some new things open up. Not many, if I recall correctly, but some.
What was that for?
You were in the way. I'm sorry, but I am the player here. We need to move relatively quickly through these things. It's the only way that it's going to work, you know? Anyway, we want to head over to the Castle Gate Plaza, because I believe somewhere nearby we have another encounter with the Orchid Gang coming up. And I am indeed correct.
Excuse me.
So, I hear you've become a knight. Congrats again.
Going from mercenary to knight is cool and everything, but you did it by sucking up to the folks in power, right? Nobles are all the same.
Besides, you becoming a knight doesn't make any difference to our lives.
So we'll just take some more of your cash. See you around.
You won't be able to find us this time, so don't even bother looking.
This isn't some game of hide and seek, so I'd give it up if I were you.
It is a game of hide and seek, Kitty Winks.
My, bring me.
But, yes, they have run off with our money again. Zael really should learn to stop talking to them,
Nope, I ain't
because
got
it's a
it.
very stupid thing to be doing. As usual, they're not particularly hard to find. Just gotta make sure you keep looking up, generally.
There? How the heck did you spot me?
Quite easily. I mean, you aren't particularly well hidden, you know. So it's the principle of the thing. Like, if you just asked for the money, I might have, you know, maybe given it to you. I mean, Zael's a very, very generous person, and it's not like we're wanting for cash. So, you could have just asked. Would have been fine. But no, you have to steal it, so no. No stealing. But I think that does pretty much cover most of what has become available to us. We are just going to have a little pop into Horace's shop, do a little bit of upgrading, seeing as we've got some more gnome silvers. If I recall correctly, fully upgrading the Guardian Blade can be a good idea. I can't remember what it leads to, and I think I may actually end up doing it as we progress. But Guardian Blade, good idea. But we don't really have any more side quests to do, I think. Maybe? No? Yes, we can now head to the Gurak castle if we want to. And it is involved in 2 side quests. One of which we are actually going to go and do now. You can only do this after you have taken the place over. But if you head over here, listen to this girl, well, woman, I should say. She'll talk about her man who's been sent far away, all the way over to the Gurak castle. So we have to go to the Gurak castle to go and find him, to talk to him. It's basically just like a back and forth fetch quest. And it's relatively annoying because although you can warp from Lazulis City to here, you cannot warp from here to Lazulis City. Yes, we do, because this is literally our only way of getting back. Which is the most irritating thing in the world, really. I mean, it's like, come on. I just want to be able to warp places. It makes things quicker than having to talk to people, like God. I'm turning into such an antisocial person, it's insane. And I don't mean antisocial as in I'm rude and ignorant and violent around people. I mean, no, I kind of... I'm becoming a bit of a hermit. Just kind of sitting in room, writing essays and reading. It's pretty much the extent of what happens when you have lots and lots of work to do. But don't worry, I am getting out. I am not completely a hermit. I do have things outside of my room to be dealing with. So I will hopefully continue to be somewhat interesting to you. I will have a variety of things to talk about. Also, a fashion magazine. Great. I'm slightly worried about your tastes. But this is what I mean. It's just like, why can't I go back immediately? Why do I have to talk to you? What is the point in this? Oh well. Thankfully, I think we only have to pop back once, maybe? Essentially, it was just a bit of... just the back and forth. But I do quite like what we are about to go into, to see. It's very plot exposition-y. But that doesn't mean that it's not very, very interesting. But let's go talk to the lady. So we get a dragon fang, and I believe that covers it. So yes, we don't need to. Oh, excuse me. Hello, Zael here. Not like right before your eyes, as you are insulting us. I'd say these NPCs are really, really blunt. It's like they have absolutely no kind of tact. Oh, well, I mean, to be honest, you can't expect too much with these commoners. Just milling around, not doing anything with their very few lines of dialogue that are not voiced. They're just not important enough, so that they have to kind of insult Zael at every opportunity.
Zael had lost sight of his reason for fighting. He began to doubt even his own dream of becoming a knight, the very thing that had always kept him going. Struggling to face the realities that had crushed his will to go on, Zael found himself standing at the very spot where his battle by Callista's side had begun.
This is what I wanted. I'm going to become a knight. Even Callista will be mine. It's everything I wanted. What's that? Who's singing?
How odd. I believe we've heard this tune before.
I have to find out where it's coming from.
Well, first off, let's head the only direction we can head.
If I just follow the sound of this...
Yes, Zael. Follow the sound, we get it. This is basically kind of... if you remember the Lost Woods in, like, Ocarina of Time, this is essentially the same thing. Go where the music is loudest. Oh, I do love Toberumino. Although hearing the same hummy bit again and again and again can get a little bit irritating. Because it's just like...
Is it only me who can hear it?
Clearly,
Nobody else seems to have
Zael.
noticed.
Thankfully, it is going to change a little bit very soon. As we get closer and closer and closer to, whatever is singing.
It's coming from down below. It's underneath. It's coming from down below. It's underneath the castle.
So it's all overlapping onto each other. It's quite cool. I kind of want to leap into Toberumino now, but I know I can't, because the actual full song itself it's not going to be revealed for a while. But let's run. Follow the sound of the music. Because I say thank you for the music, the songs we're singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty. What will life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me.
Callista!
And Callista!
You can hear the song too?
Yes, it's really loud.
Light's coming from inside.
Seems the voice is coming from there too.
Let's kick the door down.
What? That's my castle you're kicking down.
One more should do the trick.
Screw the castle. I want to see what's the light.
Stay back, Callista!
This place.
Well, let's have a little checky here and see what's going on.
What's going on?
The General's medal. The General's medal is the key.
I've never seen anything like this before. What's happening? Let's find out.
Indeed.
Allow me to accompany you.
Therius.
I too must learn the truth behind the General's death.
We're glad to have you along, Therius. Another person who can fight with a sword will be very helpful, because otherwise Callista's going to be struggling to get her magic attacks off.
General Astar's medal, the mark of the outsider engraved into Zael's hand, and the Arganan blood flowing through Callista's veins. These three things reacted together to open the hidden doorway beneath Lazulis Castle.
So here we are in chapter 31, Place of Sequence.
What a strange place. Just what is going on with this island?
A forbidden place.
Forbidden place?
It hides the secret of the great sorcerer who founded the House of Arganan.
Ooh.
At least, that's what Mirania said.
Then, this must be the place the General and Mirania were looking into.
Has to be.
My uncle knew about this. General Astar must have been protecting us.
Well, of course.
General.
The General Astar was a very, very good man. And, yeah.
My eyes can't follow.
These things are stupidly fast.
I can't hit it.
Literally the only way that you're going to defeat them is by using Gathering, using the Gathering Burst.
There's nothing like these on the path to the realm of Ascendancy.
No,
They
they
only
just decided they were
prove
going to
that
kill
something
us.
Must be down there.
Yeah, there's something down there, alright.
Definitely. We're going to run into a few more of them along the way, so we are going to want to make sure to keep sharp and not die, essentially. Lots and lots of uses of the Gathering Burst.
My eyes can't follow.
Although it gets annoying when they kind of get hit by the Gathering Burst out of your range, because then you can't actually hit them no matter where they are, which is really infuriating. Also, the Gathering Burst is only useful for a limited time, so you do need to get your hits in whilst you have the chance. Also, it's quite annoying when you've only got one of them, because then sometimes getting the Gathering Burst up can take a little while longer than you'd like.
The door we opened under the castle. I think it might have reacted to your Arganan blood, Callista.
The seal of the Arganan founder, and my blood.
Maybe.
An ancient secret sealed by the Arganan founder.
And it's down there.
This is turning out to be very, very interesting indeed. I mean, I know it's a set of stairs and all, but I'm hoping once at the bottom of the set of stairs is worth it.
Is it a dead end?
There must be something more.
Of course there's got to be something
Let's
more.
have a look.
So now we are stuck in a relatively long fight against these things. Basically, just keep fighting until until the game tells you can move on. There is literally kind of nothing else to do, really, so let's just fight, 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 fight. No, I'm quite glad we are down here now, because having a wider space is so useful for taking these things down, rather than the very cramped hallways, because you've got a bit more room to move in. So you're less likely to kind of get ganged up on ridiculously. You're still going to get ganged up because they just throw so many of them at you. But getting the Gathering Burst out just allows you to defeat these tracers. Yep, just sliding in the enemy name there as it appears. But shows you how little I've been reading, really. Paying attention, but not paying attention at the same time. It's just the way I roll, really.
I'll hold them off. You go on ahead.
I'm not leaving you here.
Do not concern yourself. I won't be defeated by the likes of these.
But Therius!
I learned a great many things during my time traveling with General Asta. He was the man I respected the most. And that man saw fit to give you the medal you have. This is something only you can do. As such, I will protect you to the last. It is my duty to finish what my master began. So go. I'll keep these things occupied.
You're a very good man, Therius, I have to say. Seemed like a bit of a git at the start, when we first met you, but it is time to go and see what is beyond the
You
door.
don't need to tell me. Go.
So here we are. It's time for lots of plot exposition to happen. But it's a very impressive cutscene, I have to say.
What a strange place.
It's like we're floating on air. There's something in my mind.
An ancient memory.
Memory?
I understand. The memory of the Arganan founder's beloved.
This place is reacting to your blood too.
So, you possess the power of the outsider.
Who are you?
I am the root of the outsider's misery. I wanted to fulfill my beloved's wish, and so I summoned the outsider.
Summoned? You mean the outsider hasn't always been here?
The outsider is a world seed.
A what?
A being that drifts through the darkness, absorbing the surrounding energy. The power it gathers could never be matched by any other magic. The world seed descended to our planet and began absorbing its energy.
So, the outsider's power?
The destruction of the land. It's all because...
Yes, the outsider is draining the land of its life force. Arganan was frantically trying to stop the endless fighting. He gave the word, and I began the rite of celestial summoning, thus marking the end of the strife. But a new disaster faced us. The outsider drains energy at an alarming speed. He was agonizing over it. My love. Arganan could not give in. The outsider had fulfilled its role and had to be sealed away. By splitting the outsider in two, he hoped to slow down the land's decay. And he succeeded. Perhaps I was wrong not to tell him what that would entail. I caused him great pain.
But the land is still dying.
Yes, the two halves of the outsider, one in this land and one far away in the south, are calling out to one another.
What do we do?
The final right that Arganan gave everything for.
Final right?
It will cause the lands to resonate together. Then the two halves will return as one. To the stars.
Wait!
Stand between the outsider halves of the Stargazer's tower and pray.
The Arganan founder and the sorceress. An ancient war, the rite of celestial summoning. The outsider, a world seed.
The outsider caused all this fighting. And it goes on even after all these years. They brought it here to put an end to conflict. But it's only causing more suffering.
You see what I mean by lots of exposition.
Finished?
Quite good exposition, though. I quite like it. It's a bit of a Deus Ex Machina.
You've been gone
But-
some time. Well, did you learn anything?
We learnt a lot, definitely.
I see. So it's exactly as the General feared.
Pretty much.
Yeah. At this rate, the land will be completely destroyed. We have to put a stop to it ourselves, before it's too late.
Of course.
Then it is my destiny to help you. I must fulfill the General's dying wish.
Thank you, Therius.
Though I must ask you one thing.
Which is?
How are you able to fight so selflessly, despite the incredible power you possess?
Well,
I've got no interest in power.
yeah,
I
exactly.
just hate to see people getting hurt. If I can protect them, that's enough for me.
It's a great reasoning, Zael.
I see. I have been rather impolite about mercenaries in the past. I must apologize.
Why, thank you, Therius.
Don't worry about it.
I would like to cross swords with you sometime.
Any time is okay by me.
It's like I'm not even here.
Oh, poor Callista. So basically that you can just run up the stairs or stay there. Basically, you're free to go as soon as the dialogue ends. Or you get to the top of the stairs, I think. One or the other.
A few days after Zael and Callista learnt the secret of the outsider, another significant day arrived. A very special one indeed. It was the day of Zael's knighting ceremony, and of his wedding to Callista. The island of Lazulis was once more filled with excitement at the festivities to come.
And so, it's time to see what Zael is actually going to do, and what his final decision is going to be. This is going to be interesting, to say the least.